nobody? Well, just me, it seems, for right now. Unless there is somebody else here. There's a plop up lifesaver. I hope everybody's having a good night. I'm going to redo my screen quick. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I hope everybody's good. Well, somebody just popped in. Thank you. We're just hanging out. I'm just hanging out by myself, I guess. Well, I was. Hello, and I hope you're having a good night. Yes, I'm paying attention to the camera. Plus, I have one at the top of my screen. So thank you for joining me. I hope you're having a good day. Mine was spitting the car off and on all day, so yeehaw. We're getting like light snow here for those who are interested. And if you're living up in the Northeast, you're going to get it too. You get quite a bit from what I hear. Maine and all them could get a good dumping. Wonderful America, man. The East. Yeah, weather here yesterday, we got lucky where we're at. We didn't get half as bad as what we thought we were going to get. It pretty much split and went around us. I call it the 270 bubble. But I know they got a lot down south, a little bit up north, and a lot of crazy weather out east of me toward West Virginia and PA. But yeah, I know there's a couple people streaming, so I'm not expecting a whole lot. Like I said, we'll just see what the topics are, who suggests what and says what. Other than that, I'm just going to hang here with the one other person I have. I hope they say hello sooner or later. I've got a lonely, but that's okay. You don't have to say. But I don't know if Ryan's in a stream tonight. I always like talking to Ryan. Well, I'm into skinwalkers and wendigos and pale crawlers, all that crazy stuff. Not as much Bigfoot because there's so much Bigfoot information out there. Everybody has their theories, which is cool. I'm not sure if I have one yet. Right now, I'm looking at Bigfoot as kind of a Nephilim, part of the Nephilim family, or the Fae, which is all connected, I think, personally. So, but yeah, the weather here is kind of chilly right now. I guess we're going to be chilly for the next 24 or 48 hours, which is not right. It's about average for Ohio. You wait long enough, you never know. It'll change. But yeah, I mean, we got lucky yesterday. We got real lucky. I really expected to get slammed, but we got our share of rain, but even that wasn't as much as I thought it would be. But I guess we still got more storms coming, so good Lord only knows what will happen next. And the eclipse next Monday, so folks, don't forget about that. A lot of places give away the glasses. I'm just watching the cheap ones. That's all I got to say, because they can't, mess your eyes up for a little bit. So just kind of make sure if you're watching, protect your eyes somehow or another. It should be a good one. If we get open space, I know a lot of people down south may be cloudy that day. We'll probably be cloudy that day. The last time I remember eclipse coming through here, I was young. I remember sitting out in the driveway with the box and the pinhole and the aluminum foil and watching it on that. I don't know if people know how to do that, if school teaches that anymore. If you take a box and put a pinhole in it, nice one, and then a piece of aluminum foil or paper to the inside of the box where you can see it, and you take the box and hold it over your head and aim it so it comes through. You usually get it was pretty cool. Those were the days. And I got 2 pairs of glasses coming tomorrow, good ones, with I got 2 things you could put on your cameras so you can use your camera. So I got my where's that sucker? Where did I put that sucker? Well, I got a camera I'm going to use, and then I'm going to use my phone too. I'm going to try to do both. And I got stands so I can put them on stands so I don't want to shake it. But yeah, I hope people coming in are having a good night. Thanks for the likes. I appreciate it. I'm going to do a refresh here. Everything seems to be running pretty good until if I try to show a video, of course. Well, hello, Alan. How are you tonight? Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, we're just casual. I figured there wasn't much to. I know Dave is streaming. I don't know. There's a couple other people I believe are streaming too, so that's good. At least they're doing topics. Like I said, well, I'm a hangout. I consider myself a hangout in between Mongolian monsters, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I just kind of fill in that gap because I like going in there. If I don't get to talk, I usually listen. I like Mongolian. He's a cool dude. And Stevie B's a sweetie. I don't know what they think of me. I'm probably some odd guy, but they're good people. Been knowing him for a while. Hold on one sec. The boss is saying goodnight, checking in on me. I've been gone all day. I barely talked to her today. It's weird when that happens. Forgive me for a second. Yeah. Man, I can't spell with the crap some days. You know that? I don't know why. What I do. Shake your hands and the tiny phone just don't work with them. So, Vixen Doe, long time. I miss you, hon. Been busy, I take it. Z high, Ghost Dragon. Goat Dragon. Go. That's cool. I like that. If you took out the Goat Dragon, isn't that how you would say it? I don't know. But hello, Vixen. How are you tonight? And thank you for the bacon. That's good. Glad to see you. You've been busy? Are you getting crazy weather yet? We didn't get much. Not much at all. I got 4 watching. I appreciate all 4 of you. I really do. Thank you for coming. Like I said, it's a Wednesday night. A lot of people kind of stream now on Wednesdays, which is fine. Like I said, I'm just that middleman hangout for Mongolian Monster. Yeah, like I said, I go in there and sometimes I don't talk. I just listen while I'm doing stuff. Keep him on in the background. Listen to the conversation. But like I said, I've met him in the day when Sean G was rocking it. A bunch of the others, Jeff from Pine Island. I'm so all over the place now. I'm trying to catch up on some small channels. I like to watch small channels when they start and see where they go, and then I'll like back off them for like a month or so. They go back and see what they're doing. Some of them disappear fast. Some of them stay strong. Nope, not busy. As being able to sleep better. That's good. Nope, not busy. As to being able to sleep better. That's good. It's always good when you sleep. Our heavy weather is supposed to come in by morning. Yeah, your guys will get it. I guess all of you guys up there might get a good dumping. We're getting snow now, believe it or not. Now, we got lucky with ours yesterday. It went around us. We got a lot of rain and some serious wind, but nothing like the week before. But everybody around us and south of us and west of us. And then I guess it kicked up again later that night. I think we had one storm during the night. And then when we got up this morning, it was chilly. And it just kind of heated up a little bit in the afternoon to about probably 50, 60. And then not even that. I think it was like 50. And then now it's cold out there again. Like I said, I went up to let the dog out. It was snowing, light snow coming down. It's Ohio. It's the East Coast. I consider anything, well, we're not the coast, but you know. Yeah, you guys are supposed to get a good dump in. The the whole East Coast is going to probably be under severe weather warnings all day tomorrow, I guess. So keep your eyes peeled. The weather is nuts right now. Yeah, it's always nice when you can sleep. I was doing real good after they did the sleep thing. They just wanted to kind of, so I didn't mind the 10 hours sleep. It was nice. I felt great, but it was by doctor's help. In other words, they kept me just sedated enough to keep me under, but they wanted to see how I moved and stuff in my sleep without having a bunch of gizmos on me, because usually I rip them off anyways. Yeah, you guys can get, I heard in some places might be 2 to 3 feet, so be prepared. They keep changing it. I mean, I have been checking about every hour or so. And I won't check it again when I get off of here unless I check it at one point while we're on here. Yeah, but see, that's an El Nino for you. Now, we're in that funky weather pattern, and it will probably weaken. We should go back to normal maybe by the end of the month, beginning of May. We'll see. I mean, every time we've had an eclipse, and we've had some serious solar flares too. So in the past, and that kind of kicks things and make things a little wonky. And I don't think people realize that. You're going to see an uptick in maybe a couple of volcanoes and probably some earthquakes. It's like a delayed effect. So good Lord only knows what we're going to get next. Now, we're supposed to get a dusting in the morning. They said maybe an inch. And then we stay cool. And then we're warm back up again. And then they're talking, what is this, Wednesday? By possibly next week, the following weekend, we're going to get another good storm. And you guys, anybody out west will get it before us, of course. But I feel bad because a lot of people down south in Texas and stuff going to have hard time seeing the eclipse, which what it's looking like. And we might be partly cloudy. It keeps changing up here day to day, so we'll see. Yeah, but it was a mild winter. We had more of a wet, really kind of wet one, which is not unusual because Ohio goes through these phases. It's just more wonkier than it usually is, which is weird in itself because we're weird weather anyways. I mean, considering that Indian summer here is usually late September, mid-October, up to mid-October. Man, last couple, even with the good snow winters we've had, it's like Indian summer was like in November, December this year, so in the last couple of years. But then, man, when it turns. But I don't think we're not going to. It's going to. Excuse me. But I think this year you're seeing what you're getting is like the El Nino. It's usually a mild winter, anyways. Nino, yeah, that's right. If I get that right. But we'll have probably a really, really wet summer. I'm thinking it's going to be a stormy, stormy summer. It's supposed to snow from tonight until Saturday. Yeah, that's what I've heard. And it seems to hang out there, like you said, till Saturday. It hangs out there for a while. So, but I know in one forecast I saw about an hour ago, they were saying some of those parts up there could exceed 2 feet easy. So we'll see. And we're only supposed to get like a dusting, but two of the guys I watched said maybe an inch. Usually I try to arrange things out, then I go look for myself. I'm thinking we might get a good dusting to an inch if we're lucky. I kind of wanted snow this year. I like to go sledding. I had my sled ready. I didn't get to go sledding. I'm surprised they didn't take that out. Of course, it was in the shed, so I got lucky there. Let me switch my other chat over. There we go. $18 inches plus, yeah, about almost 2. I bet you guys see it dumping. Maine will probably get the bulk of it. I have to go back and look, but I think the whole center core of that whole northern East Coast, that center is supposed to really get dumped on. And then along all the way from Florida all the way up the East Coast to Jersey, it's supposed to be like stormy, a lot of rain. And then it moves out for them, but it hangs out for you guys for like a day or so. So yeah. And then it's supposed to start all over again next week. I'm hoping that everybody gets a chance to see the eclipse because it's going to be a good one. That's for sure. We're talking a comet with two tails, which I wonder if everybody's going to say, oh, it's the winged planet. We'll see. Then you got like a couple planets that are supposed to line up, if I remember right. So Jarvis or anybody watching that knows this like I do, I'm pretty sure I'm right. I know you'll be able to see Venus and Mercury, which is Mercury, I believe, is closest to the sun. It moves real fast. So catching it is always amazing. Yeah, I got the wiggers. Bear with me. Like I said, I've been sitting in the car all day, off and on all day. I didn't get to really talk to anybody. That's why I said earlier in my Facebook post, it's been a weird day. And this is the most I probably talked all day, other than at his doctor's. Other than that, it's just been run. When I called to order the food. So that's probably the most I've talked all day. I didn't have much to say. I get like that sometimes. Yeah, I'm just hanging out around 4 people. Okay. I'm only going to go to midnight for tonight anyways. Unless anybody comes in toward the end. I know sometimes people come in after Dave. But I appreciate everybody hanging out. So what's everybody's big plans for this weekend? How many people here got kids on break? No. Our kids are back at school. They had break last week on spring break. Who's on spring break this week? I know Jersey's little man is on break. It's always weird how everybody flops them around. It's a shame you couldn't just tell everybody, hey, let's just do it entire country on one day, on 1 week. But then again, all your resorts and everything would get slammed. Which probably do them good, but it's so expensive to do anything now. But yeah, I am considering maybe bringing somebody on here on Wednesday nights. Help pick up the views, maybe get more of a topic. I don't mind doing these by myself, but I know I don't get a whole lot of views for her. Sometimes I have good nights and sometimes I have nights. Gemma's replays does pretty good. They get the views for the video pretty much, and sometimes after, and it gets a pretty good replay. So now remember, Pixie's not on tomorrow night. For those who are watching, come back and watch it later. Pixie's off tomorrow night. Gemma will be on for Oracle's Friday night at 7:15. She's been getting on early, about 7, so it doesn't hurt to show up early because sometimes she gets lucky, or I get here on time, or we both are on time. So, but usually at 7:15, and we run until we run out of names, until she poops out, because sometimes it's hard on her. And then I should be here Saturday night. I'll keep doing Gemma's replays. I still got a couple more downloads to put on Rumble. So, and then once I do that, I probably won't. I still like to do the Gemma replays, but I don't want. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to start repeating. It's not. She's got a lot of stuff, but I got to watch what I do. Plus, I got demonetized last Saturday, and I had to go back and watch it twice. And I'm like, "What'd we do?" Well, I kind of know what probably happened, but without going into details. But I asked for a review, so hopefully she'll get that back. They're so picky, but also it doesn't help when certain people cry. But yeah, it seems Pixie's doing a lot better, if anybody wondering. And hopefully she'll be back next Thursday. Not this Thursday, but the following Thursday. I kind of got to her, and then he tried to come back after the other night. What was it? Don't remember live chats. I think it was either Monday or something. He snuck in on the second video, the noon video. He must have been on. Oh, I think she on, but we just want to, he didn't need to get crazy. It happens. But it scared Pixie, and I felt bad for her. Who else is watching, man? Somebody else say something. I feel kind of lonely. Okay, because if I don't get too many more views, I'm going to have to call it. I won't sit here all night, which really kind of bums me out because I like doing this. And the only way I can do this is by myself is if you people come in here and talk to me. And that's what it's all about. If you got questions, ask questions. If you want to know about the channel, I can tell you about the channel. Yeah, let me see what's going on here. I'm nosy. I'm going to be nosy. I know there's, like I said, I do know there's stuff going on. Yep. Okay. Well, at least people have options. That's good. I like that. But see, there's a lot of crap going on in this community too. I'm seeing not some great stuff when I go channel hopping sometimes at night and check out streams and stuff. People need to get along. We should be compiling evidence, not arguing over it or goofing around about who's fake, who's not fake. We all know that. If you need volunteers, I'm up. You know what, Vixen? We can do that. You want to come on next Wednesday? You can come on now if you want. I can slide you the link. It's up to you. It's just right now, just be you and me, and because I'm in YouTube too. So you figured the three people, it's me and you and one other person either. So, or you can wait till next Wednesday. You can come on with me next Wednesday if you like. I have no problem with that. And if you say yes, I'll send you a link about 1:45. We could try. Okay. Because they fixed it, I think, and I can send it to you about 1:45 next Wednesday. I do it early because if it doesn't send through Messenger, I can email it to you too through Google, and it always seems to work really good that way. So, and we can do that. I'm not going to push anybody right now to do anything, only because there's only 5 people watching. Now, if more people come in and you want to come on, we'll slide the link over to you and see if it works. That'll be a good test run. So, okay, sound good? I hate to see you come on just for 3 people. I like to make it interesting, and it may bring people in too, but right now I'm just kind of being casual. Like I said when I did my Facebook post, I'm just hanging the day. I got the antsies because, like I said, in and out of the car. It was one of those days. Sounds good to me. Hi, Mark Webster. Welcome, and I hope you're having a good day. Or end of a good day, I should say. Welcome. Yeah, so we can do that. I'd love to have you on. It could be nice to have somebody with me on one night. I know Ryan wants to come on. I think I'm going to get Ryan because she comes back next Tuesday. If Gemma wants him on, because she enjoyed that. That was a good day. And he said he'd come back on. If he has no plans, I'm going to ask him to come back. I think he plans on it. So, or you can have him on with us. But it's a conversation, you two talking. I can get you on here and let you two talk. I like Ryan. He's a good guy, just like you, Vixen. You're something else. I like intelligent people. I like sitting and listening to people talk. That's my big thing. Everybody goes, you don't sound very smart. Well, first of all, because of the way I talk, makes it in the day you wouldn't be. As you can see, I can get going now and just stuttering, make my way through it. But in the day, you get me talking, it all starts flowing, and that's when I could speak a little better. Now I just don't feel like I can articulate like I used to. It kind of sucks. But it comes out when it needs to. And like I said, I've always been a listener. You put me in between two people who are asking each other questions, I'll sit and listen all day. And then when I can, I'll ask my questions. That's why I let Gemma run it. And me and Ryan's talked a couple times in here, so it was like worth it. I let her ask questions because I know she's interested in that. And he's such a good guest. He's one of those guests everybody gets involved in. And I'm still looking at a couple other people to come on and talk. I'm looking at a couple of UFO people. Though they're like really busy. I mean, everybody's after them. I don't know if I'll get them, but there's some odds and ends and people I know personally that's not very popular here, but around me they're popular. I may have them pop in. I'm trying to get Patricia. She's like Gemma and Pixie. And I've known her. She's like my sister from another family. We tried dating. It's just we looked at each other. This ain't it. This is not the way this is meant to be. We dated like twice just to see what the deal was. We've known each other for so long. It's like, no, we're basically like a brother and sister act. And that's the same thing with Thomas. He's a good guy. But yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll let Ryan come in on Tuesday. Then Wednesday I'll have you and Ryan come in. We can all talk it up. I'll let you guys talk. I like listening to anybody. I like to get Chris on because Jarvis, he's got a brain too. If you're listening, Jarvis, I mean that. I know he got bad weather down there yesterday. Pretty good. They got it worse than we did. I mean, I was shocked. And we got lucky because, like I said, I called that 270 bubble. Because our outer belt literally is like a circle around the Columbus. So what's everybody's plans this weekend? I'm hoping everybody will be here Friday night for Gemma's Oracles. That's her favorite night. And what I think I'm going to do is if she can work it out, maybe do a daytime Oracles for like a couple hours, like an hour or two or an hour and a half on Rumble. Once I can sit her down and go over everything on Rumble with her and go from there. So I can have an afternoon Oracle reading over there. She can be a little bit more freer about what she says and stuff. But she'll never stop doing it on YouTube, and that's good. She's got some great people here to kind of spread it out a little bit because it's already starting to get tight here now. Simmer, Ghosty. I'm simmering. And hi, Smoochie. But yeah, I'd like to get it going. Get her about all over a little bit. She's still moving a little slow, but Rumble's become more of a live format now, I think. I mean, people post videos over there and they do average. But most people are going over there to go live because it's pretty free over there. So, and a couple other ones too. And I have to check this LinkedIn and all that. And she is going to TikTok. So probably next couple of weeks she'll start doing her TikTok. I don't have the link for it. So when she got it, I'll give it to you guys. I don't do TikTok. I may just do it for her, but it'd be the only thing was just to keep up with her. But I may just not leave it alone. Tried TikTok a while ago. I'm depressed with it. Just like Twitter or X. It's just not my thing. I don't get on. I mean, there's days I don't even get on Facebook until late in the evening. Check them out. Yeah, I'm one of these guys that likes to keep everything rocking. I check and make sure we're all good. And I'm also running a couple other things over here too. So, but yeah, that's about it. So, okay, I'm gonna get a hold of Ryan Vixen, catch him. And what do you say I email you? Your email address hasn't changed, right? Still the same one I got. And what I'll do is I'll get a hold of Ryan. If it's a go, would you like to do that with Ryan and me next Wednesday? I want to hear you guys talk about Native American stuff. I have to say that's a weak point for me. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I know what I need to know. Well, I don't even know that, man. After listening to him talk and you talk and Chris talk and a couple other people talk, I know my thing about the mound builders, especially the Hopewell and the Dinas. But other than that, I'm just playing a guessing game with most of it. And just what's been plopped in my head by accident. So, but I have got some books I'm going to read. I need to reevaluate my Americas in Canada. I don't know if I'd go to Canada now. If I go to Canada, I'm just going through Canada and heading for the Northern Territories. 1 second here. My lightsaber was choking me. I'm gonna drink here. But yeah, what's up, folks? Anything exciting going on that I don't know about? Kong and Godzilla seem to be doing good. I'm waiting for Gremlins 3 now. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which I'm really excited for. I'm excited for Kong and Godzilla Kong. Everybody's showing all the stuff now, so I've done really good about staying away because I haven't gone and seen it yet. I like to let it cool down a little bit. Now, if I really like -1, I wanted to get in there and see it right off rip. And I don't want to get disappointed, so I'm just taking my time with Godzilla Kong. But it's doing really good. Everybody's wanting to go see it. My son tells me now they charge you at the movie theater according to the seat placement. So like if you want a center row seat, it's going to go up in value. Like, you know, if it's a lot of people like to sit in the very back in the center on the top, and they're asking like $19 for those seats now. It's like concert seating. It's like, that's ridiculous. It's not going to help the theater. It's going to hurt them. And they say they're trying to do it to make up for what they lost on the COOF, but it's going to hurt them even more. And man, I love going to the theater. There's just some things you want to see in the theater on the big, huge screen. Though I still like going to the drive-in too. So we still have a drive-in here, which is nice. It's not great, but it's nice. I like going to the drive-in. At the beginning of summer, as they get new movies in, like during the week, sometimes they'll show older movies. So it's nice to go back and see older movies in the drive-in. But yeah. Running through. Of course, nobody's saying anything. Like I said, it's the only way to make this work is when people talk to me. I'm here by myself. I'm not going to, I'm not making a video. I'm not reading from a script. Now, if you people want me to do topics, once things settle down here, I'll do topics. I'll sit and write a list and do the work. I meant to do that with the Giants, and life is just crazy right now for me. Between watching over Dad and everything else. But I think now things will calm down except for the weather. So hopefully I can get back in the groove of things. Ever since the fire, it has been just nuts. And I'm the maid, the chauffeur. Now the son works all the time, so he helps out when he can when he's home, like over the weekends. But he works, so it's like he works 9 to 5, and he works on the other end of the town. So you figure a half hour of driving. I don't force him because he works a good job, and he's doing his thing. I'm proud of that. But yeah, I do a lot here. Poor Dad he's getting up in his year. It's hard to believe I hope he makes it to 90. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Poor guy's been through a lot. I'm surprised he's on, but he is a Gemini, so. Like that's funny because I think sometimes people sit here and watch and don't say nothing to watch me suffer. I'm not suffering. Actually, I'm enjoying this. Just like it when somebody's talking in chat too. When the chat's moving, I'm happy. But like I said, I know other people are streaming, and I don't know who Dave had on tonight on Paranormal 60. Who did he have a guest tonight? Did he have a guest tonight? Oh, Backwood Horror Stories and Bigfoot. Okay. So they're talking Bigfoot tonight. Okay. Gemma J streaming. Oh, that's me. That's right. So anybody into any new shows? I got involved in that HBO Ninja Kaisen. Oh man, this thing's great. I fell in love with it right off rip. I get caught up. I missed last weekend's episode, so I'm gonna watch it during the week. And then I gotta sit down. Been trying to watch Shogun with Pop because he loved the original miniseries. So, and it's you get him to watch the first episode, then trying to get him to watch the rest because he's all over the place. And then on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesday in the evening, you can't get him to watch anything because he's watching wrestling because he's got 3 nights of wrestling. Then he gets it Friday night. So we just leave him alone. No, it's off now. I think he's probably curled up in bed. But yeah. So I got 5 people watching. Well, 4 people watching. Like I said, anything going on in this world? I mean, anything new paranormal going on? Anything I haven't seen yet? Any more new UFO information? I'll tell you what, though. There's a lot of new videos of these pale crawlers popping up everywhere. That shadow people. There's Ryan. Thank you. Hey, did you hear our conversation? Greetings, nondescript citizens. I don't know if I'm nondescript. I don't even know if I'm a citizen. I don't know if I am a citizen. I don't know if you heard it. No, I did not. What did I miss? I would like to have. I'd like you to have on Tuesday next Tuesday. If you want to come on and you're free, if Gemma wants you back on, would you come back on? I think she really enjoyed that conversation. And I hope you're doing good, sweetie. You up to it? And then that Wednesday night, would you like to come on with me and Vixen? I can definitely come on. Cool breeze. Maybe you can push your books you're getting ready to do. And help us push hers. Hers are still doing good. I don't think she realizes they're still selling. And then, yeah, come on Wednesday night, too, with me and Vixen. I don't want to hear you and Vixen talk because you guys are kind of on that Native American. And then she's into the Celtic stuff. So all that stuff, I believe, right, Vixen, if you're still listening? So, yeah, it'll be and all that. So you guys should connect pretty good. Yeah, you definitely would rock it out, man. And I'll just sit in between you guys and make sure you guys don't beat each other up. But yeah, I'd love to do that Wednesday night. It's like I told her, I always have something to say, but I'm a listener. I like to ask questions, but I also like to sit and listen to 2 people talk to each other about stuff. And then I pop in with questions. That's the way I am. That's the way I work. That's what Gemma loved it because I let her talk. I let her ask the questions because I've talked to you more than she has, I think. And by the way, hello, Vixen. Edna, how you feeling, hon? Yeah, you would have to be a buffer. It doesn't steal my M&M's. That sounds good. I think we'll do that then. And then I'll send you guys out links Wednesday night about 1:45, and then about the same time for Tuesday. because I know she'll love to have you on. She really enjoyed that. We could have gone a lot longer if she had the time. But Edna, are you doing good tonight? Are you having a good day, hon? But yeah, it's good to see everybody. Everybody gets laced out. Well, I wasn't sure if I was going to stream tonight. I was literally, when I got up, like I said earlier, I was a man of few words today. I think this is the most I've spoken all day, other than talking to Gemma beforehand. I played some games with her. I really didn't talk a whole lot then because I have a hard. She talks real soft because she's trying to be quiet, and then her headset's been banged up a little bit. So, anyways, and then, but most of the day, I think the most I talked during the day was to Pop's doctor, and then to order food, and then I've done all my talking with her and you guys. So, but yeah, it was a crazy day, and I wasn't sure when I was going to be home. Doing good. They are finally listening to me. Good. You just got to stay on them, Edna. I had to too. Believe me, hon. It's a fight. These doctors can't be a fight. But if you stay on them, you got to make them understand. It's your body. You know your body better than they do. They may know the medical, but it's your body. You know what's making it work and what doesn't work. I fought for years. That's like when they thought I had Parkinson's. I tried to tell them for a year, I don't think I have Parkinson's. Look at my brain scans. There's no bruising, no nothing. Why you guys keep saying something? And you can't have Parkinson's from the age of 2 now. This is something that's going on since I was 2 years old. No, I fought for a year. And then I finally just told them, I'm not taking any more medicine. I stopped. And then I'm now a little bit more picky about what I take or let them give me. Ever since the one did kill me. But, excuse me, so much. But they got me on one now because I was getting kind of a little over twitchy there. And I was really having a lot of problems talking. It's helping. It's not going to change much of my speech pattern because it's gonna have problems as I get older, anyways. But I was stuttering pretty bad there for like a few days. Even during Gemma's replay, if it wasn't for the medicine, I probably wouldn't have done that show. It helps enough that I can communicate, just like tonight. I'm still having problems, but it's good. So yes, you got to stay on those doctors. That's important because if you don't, they'll just start giving you anything. They saw the dark side, and that's the way it should be. You've gone beyond your point now. You're mine. But yes, that's the way to be too, Edna. Show them your dark side. Tell them. You got to remember, they act like you don't pay for it, but you're paying for it. Yeah, your insurance paying for it, but you're paying the insurance. One way or another, you're paying for it. You have final say. Don't let them think they have final say. Hopefully someone could hear the Imperial Imperial March. I wish I had that. I had to be playing it, but I think I'd probably get copyrighted for it, knowing Disney. They pushed me to the point. You got to, Edna. If you don't like what they're doing, you got to stand up. I'm telling you right now. This is what I was trying to tell you from the beginning. I kind of thought you were doing that. And there's going to be points, too, where you're going to think, they're going to show you a medicine. It may work for a couple of days, then the side effects may be worse than the benefits. That's a lot of my problems. A lot of times they try to give me stuff. The cons are way worse than the pros. And some of these, and I'm really weird with medicine. I mean, I have a hard time doing painkillers. I'm afraid to do painkillers now because it's like taking baby Tylenol. I take, I think the worst thing I took was the Oxycontin. And that was the real stuff. And ain't no wonder why they scrapped that stuff. It's still out there, but I'll tell you what, I told them I wasn't taking that crap anymore. And I haven't really taken anything since, other than I take a couple doses before surgery just to get my body used to it. And then I'll take it up to 3 to 4 days after. And I try not to even go past 3. If I can handle the pain, I will. But yeah, you got to get mad with them. You got to stand up to them. Just remember, it's your body. It's your right. Sometimes these doctors, they get a little cocky. Think they know better, and they really don't. I wonder how many people they off each year. I don't think they purposely off them, but I'm sure because they're going by the book. Now, some of these doctors, not so much. They just think they know everything. But most doctors go by the medical books and go by what they're trained, and that makes sense. You tell them what's wrong, and they got to interpret that. That's why it's important that you make them understand. Because I've had some great doctors too. The doctors I got right now, I have no qualms with. I have one neurologist I go around with every so often, but you're gonna have that. But he's good at what he does. I mean, I agree with everything he does, but when you also get sick like this, and it's good to know, do your own research too, and learn a little bit about what you went through. I mean, yeah, you went through it, but sometimes it's important to literally learn about the book side of it. That way you have good arguments. I'm telling you, but it's your body. You do what's right for you. And the doctors have to understand that. Oh, I do. That's good. They gave me meds. Oh, yeah, I know. See, that's the thing. Side effects. If the side effects outweigh the pros for me, forget it. And, and I'm back up to 4 now. Just pills. And one is diabetic, and I keep fighting them to take me off it because my sugar's been good for like 2 years now, and I've kept it that way. In fact, I'm losing weight again. It may not look like it, but I am. It's hard to tell, but I am losing weight. The other one's my Nexium. I have to take it. It's the valve. It helps my esophagus, so the Barrett's esophagus doesn't get worse again. But yeah, I'm real picky about what I take. And then I take 2 neurological. The one I've been taking from the get-go because it helps. It helps with the muscle spasms and the cramping. It comes after the horse cramps. They're like really bad show horses, and it happens all over. Those are so painful, and it helps with those. At least keeps them to where I can tolerate them. And the other one I just started taking, and that's to help with the talking and the tremors. They are on to me now. They just rejected and increased the life insurance on me. And they'll do that. They did it to me, hon. Don't feel bad. That's the insurance company. That's not the doctor. That's the insurance company. You're right. Just, I'm not going to say it because I get a big demonetization. I don't think it was my fault, though. But yeah, the insurance will go up. That's like you being in a car insurance. You have an accident, it will go up. They can guarantee it. Same thing with your health. They find an excuse to knock it up a couple, they will. Especially because of the medications. I realized today that 2 of the medications are a lot more expensive than I thought. Pre-existing, that don't mean nothing no more. Yeah, they don't mean much anyway. They say, we allow for pre-existing conditions or whatever. Or they use it against you. Like you're probably saying to me now. And the medications. Yeah, the medications are probably the worst part. The most medications are called. If you would pay outright for half the medications you were taking now, you would probably be broke. That's why you were rejected, was because of the medications and the pre-existing condition. Yeah. I can understand that. And then they complain. And then the hospitals complain because you don't have insurance or inadequate insurance, which is, they're making a killing anyways. So Ryan, I got to watch, not change the subject. I'm trying to keep everybody. If you're still there, I got to watch your other streams. I love, man. You and there's a couple of you people. I'm going to say you people. I didn't mean it that way, but you and a couple of people I like to watch. They always give such great interviews. And Ryan, if you can figure out who they are, you can tell me later. Because there's a couple out there that give darn good interviews. And they really talk it up, and it's obvious they know their stuff. But yeah, Edna, I hate dealing with the insurance. See, we're not fighting with them, but when my little brother did what he did to himself, he had insurance. He had life insurance, and apparently, even if he did what he did with himself, he was to get some money back. Where apparently now they're fighting it, but the people that have the policy, his kids, can't find it, and it's like, well, why are you calling me? I don't have it. He took everything with him. But it's really watching them. You know, they can get the money. I'd like to see them get the money, but I don't have anything, and it's nuts. Yeah, I have life insurance, and I know it went up a notch because this knot. I have 2 knots behind my ears. They say they're calcium buildups. They try to dig them out once, but they moved. Every time the ones that are close to my base, they move every time they get close to them. Where now they're all the way up against the base of my skull. Where this one on my right side is causing immense pressure on the back of my skull. So they want to go back in and try to clean it out again. Problem is, if they go too close, there's a bunch of nerves in there. And if they bump one of those nerves or hit the wrong spot, and I already have enough problems with that as it is. So. But yeah, and I know that brought my life insurance up a notch because I noticed it went up the other day. The insurance company has it. What about the employer? See, that's the thing. I don't have an employer. I'm paying what social. See, I'm on disability because they made me quit work. I wouldn't be collecting that if they wouldn't have made me quit work. It was, Steve, you're going to quit work. This is not good. Because I'm a workaholic. You get me in someplace and you get me started. I love my job. Oh, your brother goes? Well, what about his employer? We don't know. We don't even know where he works. This is the problem. We're having a hard time. We know he had a job, but nobody down there would tell us where he worked. Even the coroner, I've been trying to get a hold of the police department down there to get a police report because that would have all the information. They don't apparently answer their phone. And the guy that was in charge, I've been trying to get a hold of him for 3 weeks now. I just want a police report. That will give me everything I need to know. His employer. The only 2 people that knew him down there after he went back down to Kentucky was a girl, 2 girls and a guy, or 2 girls and 2 guys. He apparently was living with a couple with another girl. They were all like living together in a house. And it's awful because I still have, now with me, I understand what he did. What am I do? You know, I tried to be the best brother I can be. You know, he made mistakes. He burned some bridges, and you can only tread water for so long. Anyways, the people down there we don't know anything about, and the people that we knew that he was with down there, his son left years after he went on his own. It's just a mess. So none of his family down in Florida know anything. And then his son that was living with him before all this went, because he left like 2 years before he did this. So he only knows up to that. So we have 2 years of Kevin's life where we really know nothing about. And the only way I'm going to find out anything is through the police report. That way I can do my own investigation. It's messed up. It's so messed up. I just want some answers. It's just messed up. You know, he had to have been, because we were told that he was doing real good. He was working. Even the police officers that came up here to tell us the news, they just said, oh, he was working. He seemed to be doing real good. They say he was clean. I just personally think the demons got the best of him. Yeah. I love my little brother, but that was one of the problems I don't talk about even on here, was I always saw this thing following my little brother. In fact, I saw it probably come around when he was about 5 or 6 years old. I've watched that thing follow him. And I tried to tell him a number of times, oh, you're just crazy. But he was crazy too. So, I mean, I loved him dearly, but it stayed with him all his life. And I'm pretty sure he had the addiction demon on him before he was even an addict. So, but out of all my family, he's the one I saw with something constantly with him. Yeah, I don't think it was his case that he was suspicious, though he did owe people money. So, but see, that's the thing. We know, I without a police report, we just know that they found him the next day. And that was because somebody saw his Facebook post and was concerned and had a wellness check on it. But unfortunately, the people he called somebody, and the person he called couldn't get to him until the next morning. Well, the deed was already done. My own mother died of suspiciousness. Some things are never. I know. That's not hey, Mike. Behold and all that crap. How you doing, Mr. Behold, Michael? Yeah, I know. That's the only thing that keeps me going is, what happened now is between him and God, him and his maker. So how you doing, Mike? Come back next week. We're going to have a good one next Wednesday and Tuesday. For Gemma's Talk, Ryan's going to come back. And Wednesday night, I'm going to have, hopefully, Vixen will join me. We're going to have Ryan, Vixen, and me together. We're going to have a fun week next week. I'm loving that already. And I know Gemma enjoyed her time with Ryan. So it should be a good one. Maybe we'll pick up where we left off last time. I remember, I even took notes on where we left off. So Ryan, if you're, it's going to rock. And Ryan, I had notes from our, that Tuesday. I even know where we left off. I'll even go back and rewatch it. That way we can pick up right where we left off. They said it would be cloudy here for the eclipse. Actually, I don't. It's changing. We might actually get some sun that day to see it. And from what I'm saying up by you, your problem is it might be cold and you might still have like 2 feet of snow on the ground. You and Vixen are supposed to get dumped on starting tomorrow until probably Saturday, maybe even Sunday. Or Vixen said Saturday, but good, got out of work at 9:30, had to get a few things done, waiting for a nasty snowfall. Snowfall or showfall? Snowfall? Yeah, everybody up north of me is supposed to get it now. We didn't get any of those storms, which was great. It all went around us. People should not be afraid of the eclipse. Now, and people are. And I know what you're saying there. Now read it. People should not be afraid of the eclipse. And I believe it is a time of renewal. Or with Mother Earth and Father Son, I plan on making the most of that. I even got my glasses coming tomorrow. I bought good ones so Dad can enjoy it too. It's in the 50s, 60s here. Lots of rain and flooding. Yeah, and then it's supposed to all turn to snow. You're in Maine, right? You guys all up north from northern PA, actually from about New York up, you get almost 2 feet of snow. So, and that's all the interior too. So be prepared next couple days, Edna. You bought glasses for everybody? Yeah, I figured that's what you meant, Mike. Yeah, you guys are supposed to get snow. I have my white sage, my meditation music on. Ready for the eclipse. I'm not worried about it. I lived through one before. I remember, it's like I was saying earlier, I remember going out when I was a kid. I can't remember. If I knew the year, I'd probably remember. But I remember going out in the driveway, had a box, you poke a hole in it with a needle, like a nice little hole in it, and then you tape either paper or aluminum foil on the other side of the box. You put the box over your head and line it up, and you could actually see the eclipse. I remember standing on the driveway. So I'm not afraid of it. Now, I want to see it this year because you got comets, you got planets, you got all kinds of craziness going on right during it. So it should be a spectacle and a half. Yeah, some of those places are now charging like $20 for those things. And it's like, you can get paper. I took Dad to the VA hospital today. There was a lady out just handing them out. I bought glasses for everyone, but I bought good ones for me and Dad. That's why I didn't take them. I just said, just give them to other people. I got 2 on the way tomorrow. I have my white. Everybody's looking forward. Yeah, you might get some sun, so don't, be positive about it. I think if the eclipse, I'm going to look at the one I can read. I think if the eclipse has a new beginning, just like the new moon. Yep. My white and purple sage is coming up already. Did all my seeding planning last week. Yeah, you better watch. No, it's going to be crazy. I'm going to reconnect with nature and shed some negative. That's what you do. That's the way to do it, Brian. I'm ready for spring in the sun. Very much. Yeah, it is. All you guys got it going now. Yeah, and you plan it already? Usually, it's crazy. You might be okay. You probably be okay. Yeah, it is a good time to do that. Get rid of all that negativity, Ryan. You're on the ball there. Yeah, I'm kind of ready for the spring and the sun because winter was a dud for me. And when I can't go sledding, let's get on with it. And it is a very magical time right now, Mike. It really is. I got in the yard and stretched out. Oh, that's good. It is healing. Believe me, it is fairly here. Just to get out and walk around in the sun, and my seeds are in the kitchen window. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, see, we have this nice big, I'm pointing that way when it's actually that way. We have an add-on to the house. We call it used to be the dining room, but it's now the den. There's a big picture window there. I ever hit the lottery, I want to rip that out and put one of those octagon windows in there and then put a greenhouse in front of the window because the sun hits it all day long. That's probably I'll probably watch the eclipse from there or from my window, depending on what the weather's like. I'll probably just go outside because there's not a lot of whole people here. And there's a spot in my yard where I should be able to see it perfectly. Farmer Almanac says it's too cold to play outside. Yeah, they usually tell you to wait till Mother's Day. I wish I could find mine. My Uncle Walter gave me his, and I packed it and never found it. I've been going through stuff now again, going through books. I get bored reading what I have out, so I have to rotate. I don't have a whole lot of room, so I have to get into boxes. Good time, plant seeds in a pot. I put a grow light on during the day, growing the herb. Okay. Have you seen those new hydro? The kits to buy, the hydro kits you can buy? I know people that have both for Mother Earth and for just regular plants. Guy actually grew green beans, man. He got a heck of a yield out of it. Oh, yeah, it shouldn't take long. And with that, if you do it right and do your timing right, get the times down right, and let Mother Nature do its job, you should be fine. They should take good care. Set your stones out to charge. Or doing that, I will definitely. What I do is I have a window right here. I mean, you guys can't see it, but there's a window right here, and it's the window I do a lot of I got my telescope right here, and what I do is I put it in front of the window and just pull the part down and stick it out the window, and I'll set them all my rocks behind me. I'll set them there, let them charge. Don't put. And then I do wear it. See, it's here. It's right here. I wore it today because I was going to the VA hospital, and I always see stuff there. Well, any hospital actually, but for some reason it's a little more intense at the VA hospital. I'm going to ask Pixie, is it good to charge crystals during an eclipse? You'll have to email her because she's not on tomorrow night. It's next week. And we're going to kind of not push it this week after what happened last. So, but you have her email, right? You can email her. You want her email, Edna? I got it if you need it. I'll pull it up and post it if you want it. Just let me know. So how's your day been, Mike? So Ryan, are you going to get the box set? Are you going to order out of Toho Studios to get the box set? It's supposed to not only protect you, but to repel the negative energy away from you. It does. Good job. Oh, usually I don't get bothered. And it protects me, believe me. I keep everything charged. I don't have a charging pad, but I keep them out in the thing. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to order it too. I'm just waiting. I don't know if we can pre-order it from here or not. I'm trying to check some sites. Do you watch Monster Island Buddies? He does a site. He promotes a site. Let me see if I can remember what it is. Hold on. Shoot. I drew a blank. I hate that when I'm live. I draw a blank. Shoot. Hold on. Yeah, buy.com. Yes. I'm going to look on there and see if it pops up when it comes time. But yeah, I definitely want it to. I want the actual Japan release, Toho release, and then I want what they, as soon as it's here, I'm getting it. And hopefully there'll be a little difference. Yes, I need it, Ghost. I know you do. Yes, okay. Let me get that for you. I should have done it while I was sitting right here. I was in that area. Hold on 1 second. I'll post it for you, Edna. I knew there was another reason why I did this. Okay. 1 second. Oh, here we go. Here you go, Edna. It's right there. You know, there's a lot. Well, see, if I remember right, when the eclipse happened when I was younger, we were out of school. But then Dad said, no, it happened in July. So I don't know why schools are closing. You know, National Guards are being deployed too, which is really weird. But apparently along the main, what they call the direct line, a lot of places are closing schools, they're closing their businesses. It's supposed to, I don't know why they're doing what, well, I don't want to go into it. Only the Creator knows that day, Ryan. Yeah, isn't it true? A lot of folks believe this is a sign of, it's not exactly the eclipse that's they're making them say that. It's what's happening during the eclipse that make people say what they're saying this time. Because you got the eclipse, you're going to have a comet with two tails, so it's going to look like the horned planet. And then you're going to have Mercury and Venus, and I believe somebody said there's supposed to be a total lineup, but I don't think that's happening. But I do know there's going to be a lineup, and you should be able to see Mercury and Venus pretty close at one point, if I'm getting this right, so I don't have my stuff in front of me. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting eclipse, and that's what people are all worked up about. And another eclipse is renewal. Absolutely correct. And I won't be with a bang, but whisper. Yeah, it will be. It'll come like a thief in the night. due to the tourists. A lot of cities are getting, yes, yeah, I heard that too, Ryan. That, well, because everybody's coming to see, because it's what, like I said, it's going to be a special one. I know that a lot of the hotels here are being booked up because if you go to Dayton, I guess if you go toward Dayton, you'll get a better view. But we are in the line where I'm at. I am the line of, Giles says I'm not, my son says I'm not, but I'm in the line of, we're in the line of direct sites. So I should be good. I know most of Texas is going to be real cloudy. They're expecting storms that day. They're calling for storms that day. So people will move. So, out with the old, in with the new, yes. Well, if anything, it happens I can feed a water an army. So y'all come to my place. Sounds good, Edna. We'll keep you busy. We'll keep you coughing. Well, if extraterrestrials show up, they better bring Elvis back. Elvis is already here, man. He's a preacher down in Tennessee. Didn't you know that? I mistyped again in my eclipse. Yes, everybody got what you said, Mike. You're all good, sir. It's the only thing that can bring planet happiness again. Take a lot more than that, honey. Right now, we're hurt. It's going to take a lot. And a lot of people got to wake up. I agree, Mike. I'm with you. But it's time for renewal. But we'll see if it happens because you got too many people still wandering around in the dark, being misled, being the sheep they shouldn't be. Things get bad, we dig, we will dig and well and fish and pond. That's all right with me. I'm ready to live off the grid. I have no problem with it. I don't know how long I'll survive, but I know what I'm doing. I can live a lot. I think I'll live for a while until they come after me. I'll put up a fight. I'd fast and never. See, that's my problem, Mike. Is sometimes I get shaken, so I try to type fast to get it out, and it just screws things up. And don't even tell me about the phone. Typing on this is a nightmare for me. I catch myself, I have to go back and reread it before I send it, and sometimes I don't do that, and I'm like, oh crap. And then I have to go back and read it. It's like, damn it. Sorry for the language. It's you too. Well, see, I have typos in speech too. So I'm a typo anyways. So don't even worry about it. We need to throw down the weapons and clean up our mess. But first, we need to start working on our own country. Stop worrying about everybody else and start at home. Where's the best way to start your cleaning project? In your own home. Clean that up first, then work your way out. We speak fluid typo. I was green with Ryan because he nailed that one. Except I speak through a typo. It's not just this. But I think we're in for a fun ride for this eclipse. The world would shape up real. Gujira and King Ghidorah. Everybody loves Godzilla too much. It would have to be King Ghidorah to really freak people out because he's a freaky looking thing anyways. So you get King Ghidorah to come out first, then Godzilla can show up. Well, you can get the giant lobster monster. Was it Hydra? Isn't that what his name is? So I need to cough now. I've been good today. I've been trying to wean myself off slowly. I'm actually trying. I miss Miss Cindy. Miss Cindy, if you're watching, Cindy Lee, I hope you're well, hon. Yeah. Hey, you never know. Godzilla and them all could be real. You know, it's pretty funny how sometimes these movies mimic real life. Remember that. So actually makes me angry to see trash and crap on the side. Oh, it drives me nuts. I'm one of those guys. I actually keep a bag in my car, and if I see a bunch of trash, I get out and pick it up. I do. Sir, I would be thrilled if my favorite three-headed dragon showed up. And the lobster is Ibra. Thank you. Would be awesome. I'm waiting on Superman. You know, that's an interesting thing to say because there, I believe there really are mutants out there. And he was an alien. Who's to say there's not a couple of Morty walking around now? We just don't know about it. They just haven't showed themselves yet. Because there are people out there with some very special gifts. You can do some very amazing things that nobody else can do. They should have the but don't they do that already, Mike? They do here. If you watch the highways, it's not as much the inmates now they make do that. It's people doing the community services. They make them do that here. I mean, yes, sometimes you see the inmates out on the big highways, but here it's usually people doing community services, the ones you see cleaning up. And even they do a half-butt job. They would be happy to. I have the power to talk him. Yes, I do too sometimes. I'm multi-talented. I don't. What people get from me is I give them attitude, but a lot of times I give people attitude without saying anything. I'm one of those guys. Oh, excuse me. We had pizza tonight because I ordered pizza on the way home. I was like, I'm not going to make home cooks. When I was in the car, I had them order pizza so it'd be here when we got home. Well, it's good, but you just don't get New York style pizza here like you should in New York. So I don't think I'd go to New York right now to get pizza. Seems like they cut down. They used to be let do that, Mike. We need to make sure our money is going where it's supposed to be, not in their pockets. But see, that's the problem anyways. Money's the root of all evil. I mean, it means an unnecessary. Is that right now for us? It's a necessary evil because of them. People did fine when they were bartering and trading until somebody said, "Oh, we need to make them pay for stuff and pay taxes." The IRS is not even supposed to exist. It was supposed to be a temporary thing. Now look, it's got more power than you think it does. A lot of people don't realize that. The IRS was only supposed to be a temporary thing. And then learn they can make tax money, and just like everybody else in the past billion years. Man, I'm antsy. I've sat in the car too long today. That's for sure. I get done here, I'm probably going to go run around the house. I don't care how cold it is. We have what it takes to take what we have. Yep. I like the IRL, yep. Yeah, money is a necessary evil for us common people. And unfortunately, it's worshipped more than other things, and it's sad. I don't prioritize money anymore. You can't take it with you. I wouldn't want to. And everybody I know people I know that have money. There are two types of people I know that have money personally. There are people that have money and do good things with it, and they do good deeds. And then I also know people who have money that are just unhappy. They're horrible people. It's just they're miserable. Like, I thought you said money would make you happy. Look at you. In high school, that's all you talked about. I will be rich and famous. I'm going to have money. Look at you now. You're miserable. But there are people with money to do good things. It's supposed to tell you what's wrong with your video. But not to change the subject, but I ordered one of those card things. Anyone ever tried? I can ask my dad about it. I don't know if there's any mechanics here. I'm not a mechanic. Unfortunately, my dad was a mechanic for years. He had 4 boys who could barely fix anything. I can fix a printing press. That's about it. But the other, it's sad. My dad always complained. I have 4 boys, not one of them picked up my mechanic skill. It's hilarious. But I can ask him. He's in bed right now, but I'll ask him and I'll let you know in an email. You should work what it costs you. Oh, I shouldn't ask those things. I know we ordered. We've been trying. We're still replacing stuff from the fire, and it's a nightmare. I am an anti-mechanic as you get. I can't fix it. Now, so I can fix stuff, and I'm one of those people that will sit down and watch 100 YouTube different videos on one thing, just to make sure I catch everything. I'll also read everything before I try to fix it. But man, me and cars don't get along. It's like me and electricity. Me and electricity don't get along. You know how many times I've been fried? It's like that electricity does not like me. Supposed to work on cars, trucks, 1996 and up. I'm excited to try it. Hey, it might work. It might be nice to have. Yeah, that stuff can be helpful. I'm watching a friend of mine. He bought a Tesla when they first came out. Now the batteries are all screwed up, and it's going to cost him more to fix the batteries. He might as well just go out and buy a new car. Today's engines, yeah, they are. Like transistor radios, yeah, they are. It's all computer chips now and everything. That's what we're going through with my son. We're down to 1 car. It's pretty sad. I got a truck in the driveway we can't use. Well, hello, Brothers Graham. Why is it so dark? Well, why am I so dark? It's dark outside. My room's dark because I like it that way. That's my dungeon. It's my cave. But yeah, that's the problem with my son's car. His brakes went out. His ABS went out. And it's just been, that was a fortune to fix. And then he got a tune-up and all that. Now he found out a couple of things were wrong, so we got to fix those ourselves. Like, your cave is dark. Yeah, my cave is dark. But somebody said I should light a candle in the corner. I probably should do it. I'll get a torch, one of those little torch candles, and set it in the corner so it looks like I got light. I'm thinking about doing it. I'm thinking about getting a green screen and making it look like a cave, but I like my background. I'll probably I like change, so I'll probably move my room around here pretty soon, so it'll be a whole different view in probably another week or so. It'll be a whole different, you'll see a whole new background. Friends, don't be afraid. No, don't be afraid. Did you get new gaming chair, guys? No, it's the same one. I just put my Godzilla on it. Well, Gemma's got 2, so I may steal one from her someday. Or a lantern. Yeah, that would be cool too. Hang 2 lanterns behind me or something. That's actually not a bad idea either. I was thinking about getting one of those, torches that you see in the caves that you put up on the wall. They have fake ones now that look like they're going. I thought about putting that in the corner behind me and taking out the light that's back there. Yeah, I want a green screen. I know she's got 2, or she said she had 2. I like to get her office set up so she can have more room to do stuff. But I'm here and she's there. But yeah, I would love to. I'd have too much fun with a green screen. I've already got a bunch of stuff sitting on the side now in case I ever do. No, but I've tried. I'm tired of dusting everything, so I'm cleaning out and paring down. Yeah, you should. You know, it's like to dust all these little toys and stuff I got behind me. It's a nightmare. And then he's got a whole bunch out in the den, and he's got a whole bunch of cars in his bedroom because he collects cars. A cool dragon clay cave. Yeah, there's a couple things I've seen backdrops to put on a green screen behind me though, or dragon caves, all decked out in kind of dragon stuff. So I'm thinking about it. Unfortunately, I don't have. I'm like this. I am literally in the room I grew up in, next to the upstairs. But from my birth to about 14, I was in this room. Now I'm in right now, and it's not very big. But they kept me in my own room because of my rocking. We got bunk beds and went upstairs after my two older brothers left. Me and my little brother went upstairs. He couldn't sleep in the bunk bed with me because I rocked so hard he was afraid he was going to come down on me because they let me sleep on the top. Then he thought I was going to come down on him. Go, okay, we'll try sleeping on the bottom, let him sleep on the top. It was like that. So they had to unbunk him, and then he couldn't deal with me rocking all night, so I let him keep the upstairs, and I took the downstairs. But yeah, this is the room I grew up in. The scratch marks on the floor, on the wood floors, are still there from where I shuffled the crib across the floor and everything. Yeah, I'd have put you in the basement because that's basically where I'm at now. You ask Gemma, I'm in the basement, in the cave, deep in the basement under. I'm in the cave, in a deep cave under her basement. Everybody says let the dragon out of the basement, but I'm kind of happy here. I have my little sneaky hideouts I can get out, my little sneaky passages that I can get out if I need to. Put you in the basement. I have a bunch of friends who are afraid of the basements, of any basement. A buddy of mine used to have sleepovers when we were kids. His house was like a castle, but he had this really cool basement. He would invite this kid every time. First two times he stayed, he wouldn't stay in the basement. They let him sleep upstairs in the living. Oh, Ed, no, get that. Yeah, because I've been trying to push the merch too. I'll tell you what, Arisha does really good work. So, and what she's done for Gemma is some good stuff. I'd really like to see it sell better. I don't think people understand. There's some, even if you don't want a Gemma shirt, there's stuff that's cool that Gemma sells that would for Gemma that's really nice. Yeah, a lot has been going on. I know it. That's why we don't push too much because everybody's got a lot going on. So I understand, hon. It's all good. I'm happy in my little cave too. My wife has crochet caves. She loves hers. That's the way to do it. Everybody, the she shed, is that what they call it on the commercials for she shed? We have caves, men caves, and they have she sheds. That's fine, hon. I didn't put. I'm here. And like I said, if you email me and you tell me not to talk about it in chat, then I'll send you an email back. A lot of times I've learned that it's just as easy to talk to you here because a lot of times by the end of the night it's just me and you talking anyway. But yeah, I'll be on replay, but if I have to, I can go and have Gemma cut it out. But yeah, just let me know. Get it to me when you can. I'm here. Like I said, I've been in and out of the car all day, so I may not be here, but I am here. I check my emails. I have to because I also correspond with a lot of my doctors through email. So I check my emails probably 2 or 3 times a day. And I always check it in the morning and at night too. before I go to bed if I don't get a chance to during the day. Yep, a she shed. A she shed. Man, did that freak me out for a second. Freak you out. Ugh. Well, just email me, let me know. Hey, honey, I don't think anybody's going to think you're crazy anymore. I really don't. Some of the, if I tell most of the stories that I've experienced myself, not just from other people, but my own stories, if I really would sit down and spend every other week just talking about the stuff I've seen, people would think I'm nuts. People would honestly, and people think I'm nuts now because I tell them I see people following people, things following people. They look at me funny. It's like, well, you can look at me all you want, but I'm just telling you the facts. Somebody was making fun of me, and I kind of looked at him and said, you're one of those people I see something following all the time. So I would shut up. They never talked to me ever again. But I wasn't trying to scare. Oh, I did kind of scare them because it kind of upset me. But they had to know. I've been watching. He's another one like my little brother that I've watched something following all their lives. And every time I try to tell them, oh no, you're crazy. And finally, I just looked him in the face. You can make fun of me all you want, but the facts are the facts. I see what I see. And if you don't believe me, that's on you, not on me. My husband was right there the whole time. Now his mouth is hanging open and he's not laughing anymore. Yeah, I've had friends like that too that were with me when I saw stuff. I'll tell you, I had friends. I still have them. I just don't see them like I used to. Where they would be with me when crazy stuff went down. And they would say, why does it always happen when you're around? Well, I wonder why. I saw the future and it happened. Write me and let me know what you saw. Because we can't really say it's the future until it happens. What you get is a premonition, or I call them forecasts, where, like a weather forecast. You can forecast all you want, but it's no guarantee it's going to happen. Like yesterday here in our stores, everybody was, even I was all worked up, and it literally ran around us. Now everybody south of us knows what God is, but so don't take it as the actual future, but you should write it down anyways. You should write, when you see stuff like that, Edna, you should always write it down. That's the one thing I will tell you, write down. There's a lot of reasons why I don't write and do sketches of what I see, is because I feel like it comes back at me. I just keep it alive when it shouldn't be. But stuff like that, when you have premonitions like that or visions, I'm telling you, you should write it down. Write down exactly what you see. That I do and still do. Well, hello, Mr. Roger. Roger, how you doing, sir? I saw you come in. But seriously, I would write everything. If you can remember details, write everything down. I have a couple books like that. It's all pretty much the same stuff. So yeah, it's kind of staying there, but it's not. It's part of the deacon. I'm doing good. Good. I'm getting antsy. I've been in the car all day. Do you say doo-doo? Doo-doo. Poopy. Poopily. That's how I feel, guys. Like I'm writing a story. That's what you do. Like, and poopy and all that crap, right? But yeah, and you are in a way. But people say, I think I saw the future. You saw a premonition of what could be, but you should write it down and always keep it. And if it doesn't happen while you're alive, you make sure somebody in the family gets it after you go, and make sure they understand what it is and all that crap. But yeah, see, my son knows to keep that stuff. There's certain things he knows he's supposed to keep. My whole body aches. The weather is. Oh, my poor dad was hurting today. You know, it was pretty warm during our storms yesterday. And then last night it dropped really cool here. Right now, I believe here right now, let me look. She texted me. I didn't see her text me. The boss. She's winning. I played 3 games. First one I landed where we did, and Storm took me out. The fancy place. She's getting better than me. I have to keep up with her now. You're getting there. That's funny. We got her hooked on Fortnite. It's hilarious. I'm really thinking about streaming it one night with her. See what happens one afternoon or something. I never streamed on gaming, but my poor dad, yeah, he was feeling it today. His hands were all swollen. Mine's hurting, but see, with me, it's the metal. I have a rector set in my neck, and then the hips. When it temperature changes real fast. It messes. But yeah, I know. Somebody make me laugh, please. Well, look into your eyes and. The boss. Yep, the boss checks in on me. Well, she was letting me know she was still playing Fortnite. Yeah, I love her. She kills me. She's killing me. But yeah, I keep up with her now. I think it's cute. Yeah, they were trying to get her mom hooked on the game too. I think our little man got her mom hooked on the game too. Straighten up, everybody. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if while she was playing, she had this on. Who knows with Gemma? Stares at it and then plays the hammer. It's 39 here in Eastern Kentucky where I live. Yeah, I think it right now. I was meant to look. I went to look and ended up seeing she had to text me because I turned the ringer off because my kids like to text me during the streams. Right now here it is 37 degrees, so we're a little cooler than you. A little cooler than you, but you're down south. Yeah. But it's supposed to be chilly. We were snowing here, Roger. It was when I took the dog out, it was light flurries outside, which is not uncommon for our either at the beginning of in April. Tell me, I pictured that, Mike. You made me laugh. That's good. It's good. Laughter's the best medicine, actually. You can keep a day for laughter. Well, you don't want to laugh all day, but if you can keep a giggle going off and on during the day, you're good. Quite a sight, I imagine. Hey, man, when she speaks, I jump. I gotta say, she's my boss. It rained here off and on all day here. It did here off and on, too. It was like spotty stuff. It was neat because you'd see these big black clouds and you could actually see the rain coming out of the clouds hanging down from the rain. But Roger, we did not they had us all worked up, but we got lucky here where I'm at in this specific spot because it seemed like everything went around us. It looked like it was coming right at us and then it split. But I tell you, down south of us in Kentucky, right there at the Ohio River, it was hopping pretty good. And east of us, from about Zanesville over, was getting slammed pretty good. And then, of course, west of us. But we have that outer belt, that 270 outer belt, and I swear it makes some kind of bubble sometimes. Rain and sleet here. Rain and flooding here. Now, our backyard, you could probably fish in. It's pretty. We have one low spot, but See, where I live, there's a creek, but I know it cracks up because I call it a creek. But anyways, we have a creek just a block over. This was all farmland and woods before the farms. We do know for a fact that there's a couple underground streams in this area. They move. The Old Tangi River is only like a 10-minute walk from me, from where I'm at. I could literally walk to the river. But because of where we're at, we'll never see flood unless that baby like goes catatonic. But yeah. So you can see the ground, our grounds. It seems like every year you can watch the backyards, some of the front yards shift. I'm waiting for that one big hole to show up. But we have a low spot, and there must be still right now good 2-3 inches of water sitting there. Yeah, I would bring your avocado tree in. I'd definitely do that because they're saying you guys are supposed to get slammed up there tomorrow. If you guys end up with 2 feet of snow by Friday, I would not be surprised, but at the same time, I'd be surprised. But see, it's still not uncommon yet to see that happen. Now, if it happened at the middle of April or the end of April, I'd be real surprised. I'd be shocked and a little surprised, but it wouldn't like faze me. This weather is so crazy. And like I said, you got solar flares that have been going on. Right now, everything seems to chill. We had the solar flares, and then you got this crazy eclipse stuff going on. They're not calling for snow there, just rain. You sure? Let me look here, Edna. I've got to look at this. Hold on. The weatherman's going to go look at his stuff. But Maryland's weather is bipolar. Yeah, I would say from about Illinois and everything east of Illinois is pretty much bipolar. I don't know what it is about the east, from the center of the country, but from about, like I say, Illinois, Indiana, all the way down and across. It's crazy weather. Even down south, it's getting weird. And Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and everything northeast of that has always been bipolar in weather. Hold on. I'm trying to get a good view of what I'm looking at here. I'll tell you. Dun, 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 dun. Now, you may switch over. You may be getting rain, but I bet you switch over to snow. I'm near the river. It's really warm here. Yeah, well, you're in Maine, right, Edna? Maryland, but Maryland's weather is bipolar. Maryland. Let me pull that up. No, Vixen's in Maine, right? I get so confused with that. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Pulling everything up now. But you guys are getting rain. We'll get rain. But it may switch over. Let me look down at the main thing here. I'm switching through my stuff. I don't know. You may get a little bit of both, if not freezing rain. Interesting. They've changed it again. We'll see. You really can't predict the weather. Ghost is doing it again. We're all wishing snow on me. The snow. No, I don't want that for you. I want it for me. Bring it here. I want to go sledding before spring really gets here. Well, it is spring technically. And the picture of me playing the trampoline is probably not going to leave. No, it's not, Mike. Everything I think it's got a lot of love. But yeah, I think you may just see rain, but I'm seeing a lot of snow up there. But they've changed it twice now. We'll see. They've changed it twice in the last couple hours. But see, what time is it? I looked before I got on, and it's 11:46 now. So yeah, it may change again in another hour or two. They're trying to keep it updated. I'm not going to curse you with snow. If anything, just send it here, Edna. Send it here so I can go sledding this year. I always try to get to sled one time a year, and that didn't happen this year. At least not enough here to make it worth it. I mean, it's pretty sad when Kentucky gets more snow than Kentucky or Tennessee gets more snow than you do. Quit it. Stop it. I didn't make you sick, and if I did, then quit making my ears ring. Okay? Especially my right ear. I don't know what you're saying, woman, but you've had my right ear going ballistic for months. So be nice. And I won't make you sick. I won't give you online diseases anymore. You did. Oh no, Edna, you started that, and I've had a couple of people ever since you said, they go, "You made me sick too, man." Because you saw you sick, everybody was sick. It's like, thanks, Edna. That's all right. If I did, I'm sorry. My left ear is ringing. My right ear has been atrocious lately, but I have a funny feeling I know why that. Because it's not the knot in the back of my head. That never has messed with me before. I mean, they both are there, but this one's real big now. I think the ringing in ever since I met a certain person, it has been I can tell by the tones and what's going on, but ever since I met a certain person, it has just kind of stayed at this one tone all the time, unless they get really stressed out. Then it changes. Unless it's you talking about me. Now, if it's your left ear, it's not me talking about you, because it wouldn't be your ear ringing, it'd be your knees, because I'd be able to kicking you in the shins for saying I gave you a disease, an online disease. Edna says I gave her an online virus disease or whatever, the plague, the online plague. It's my fault. Which I've been cursed with now. You made a big deal out of it that night, and everybody's hounding me about it. Even family has even made comment. The plague. You call it the online plague. I gave her YouTube plague. I don't know. I was just trying to make up another name and just plague. But I gave her the plague. At least I didn't give you the Black Death. Well, there she is. How you doing, hon? I just asked about you earlier and hope you were doing well. I hope you're having a good night, Miss Cindy Lee. No, seriously, Edna. I had friends that were watching that night. And they still give me crap about that. You made that lady sick online. How did you do that, Steve? You probably made the whole chat room sick, Steve. You should have stayed in bed, Steve. I have a lot of friends that also watch the replay. Well, something tried to kill me. Was it you, Ghost? No, it was not me. Actually, Edna, I would be more of a protector for you. Probably everybody in this room. I'd probably take a bullet. In fact, there's only a couple people, maybe 3 people in this that come in this chat and all these chats that I might think twice about standing in front of a bullet for. But everybody else, I'd jump in front of a bullet. There's not too many people I wouldn't take a bullet. Actually, I'd probably still take a bullet from because that's just the way I am. Staying dry. It's been on and off here all day. And we got lucky. Like I was saying to a lot of people here, we got lucky yesterday here. Now, everybody, I don't know as much north to us, but west of us, south of us, and east of us. We were like in the middle of the state, and it just like went around us. I mean, we got a lot of rain, some wind, but nothing as bad as the week before. One night last week, we got a storm, and it rained so hard I couldn't even see out the window. I mean, that's how hard it was raining. It didn't happen yesterday. That didn't happen yesterday. But, man, it poured. I don't know. I told Dad I was going to build an umbrella and just stick it on top of it. Hopefully that would help. But with my luck, it'd blow away. And they said that's what the roof's for. I know everybody's. You're going to get it for a while. Well, you probably. Everybody south, from what I'm seeing, everybody south and east of us along the coast will get it all day. Yeah, Taiwan just had a 7.4 earthquake. Yes, they did. It's been nonstop for 2 days straight now. Now, see, you're getting what we got. You're getting the type of rain we got a couple days last week. Man, there was like a couple days it just rained and rained and rained and rained. It wasn't about like hard rain. It was just gloomy, rainy stuff. Now, the last storm we got before this, yesterday's, it stormed so hard that night. I mean, I opened the window. You couldn't even look out the window. You couldn't see nothing. I literally have a shed right behind my window. And I couldn't even see it. I mean, I couldn't see it at all. I couldn't even see the basement light on that was on underneath me that comes out the window. I couldn't even see it. And yesterday wasn't half as bad. And today it's literally been on and off. I've been in the car all day. I would literally drive in and out of it. But yeah, it's going to rain. It probably rain a couple more days, Cindy, it looks like for you guys. Though it should be ending here by tomorrow night for you guys. Yeah, the coast is flooded. I know that. You know, Gemma's mom lived along the Jersey coast there. And she's probably happy she moved when they did, because I believe there is flooding in her area too. New Jersey got a lot of rain too. Our little town, Uniontown, is flooding. I'm glad I'm not. Oh, you're on a hillside. That's the one thing about living in Pennsylvania and mountainy areas is you always want to buy on the high ground. Buy that land on the high ground. This weather isn't helping with cleaning up the bridge. No, it's not. I was going to make a comment about that later. They're having a hard time. And they're trying to make sure they recover everything because they want to have families have closure. Where they're trying to cover up the fact that it was a terrorist attack too. But, we'll discuss that on another day because YouTube will probably demonetize me just for saying that. I know there were the currents rough out there already without the crazy weather, isn't it? I mean, you're in a pretty stout waterway there. I'm sure those currents are pretty dangerous, especially around that bridge as it is. Oh, yeah. I know the area. I've never been there, but I do know the area and the type of area it is. So, yeah, I can imagine being a diver down there. That's like when the bridge fell down here and they were sending in the divers down in Witchmajigger. And I can't even think of the town. It's popular because of Mothman. That bridge collapsed. The problem about that particular situation was there were divers coming up saying that they saw catfish bigger than VW bugs. I mean, the size of almost cars in that Ohio River, which would not surprise me because I've heard stories of huge catfish in there and turtles, snapping turtles. A friend of mine said he was down there and they like to snorkel and stuff down in the river or dive to practice. And he swears he saw a turtle probably the size of a small go-kart. Been there many times on a boat. Oh, wow. Facebook flagged me on the post about the 3. Oh, yeah, they will. I figured they would. I was going to post some stuff I had. And it was like, no, I'm not posting on Facebook. Me and Facebook go around anyways. Me and Facebook don't have a very good history. Like I said, the only reason I'm on it now is because of Gemma. Now I met all you guys. Now if I can get Edna to go on there, but she's like me. Why do Actually, I've been in and out. I'm with Facebook. I'm in and out. That's a big gap. Oh yeah, Mike. I've heard stories along the Ohio River and the Mississippi. When the Mississippi was having those dry spots, they said they would literally watch these huge turtles come up out of the mud and head for the deeper waters because you remember the Ohio River and the Mississippi were kind of drying up in spots. Right now, but yeah, I've heard stories about huge catfish, huge turtles in the Ohio River. There's a big, huge pond south of me. People call it a lake, but it's really just a big pond. Somebody says there's a huge turtle in there too, a big, huge snapping turtle. He said it'd probably take 10 men to pick it up. And nobody's gone in to go see if it's real or not, but who knows? Yeah, easily, very easily, Mike. And Facebook's weird. It cracks me up. They give me a hard time about the stuff I was posting when I left the first time. Since I've been back this time, I get more of these porn ads. I mean, it's like right out nudity and sex. And it's like, oh, it's okay to show that stuff unless you complain about it. But I make one little stupid comment about something and you give me a hard time about it. I don't think so. Yeah, I know you haven't. You said you hadn't been on Facebook for years. A lot of people, when I came back on Facebook for Gemma, well, she asked and I said, okay. I said, well, I'll think about it. And then I said, okay. Anyways, before that, I was off for like 2 years. I even had problems with MySpace. Remember MySpace? I almost got kicked off it a couple times. I know it was hard to get kicked off of there. Somebody says I should do Telegram because a lot of the people when I did do research for Telegram, they said I should go there. I can run my mouth all I want, but there's some creepy stuff on there too. I checked it out. Telegram's a weird place, but it's a good place to go get information or dig up stuff that you can't find on any other of the media sites. It's just weird. I don't miss it. I did not like I said earlier, I don't like TikTok. I checked out TikTok, but I'm okay. Gemma's going to go TikTok only because she was advised to. It probably would help with the channel. Snapchat, TikTok, Snapchat, tried Twitter. I haven't been on it since they did switch to X, but I didn't like any of them. And it was like, I'm not on them enough. To me, it's just kind of a waste of a download when I'm not on them maybe once a day, if that. Like, I'm probably, like I said, I check Facebook, but a lot of times I'm just in checking my notifications. I'll scroll a little bit, then I'm out. Cheat Lake in West Virginia has catfish the size of men. I've seen one. Yeah, there's some big catfish out there. I know this for a fact. I've heard stories from friends who I know that have dived in the Ohio River and ponds and seen some pretty wild stuff. I'm waiting for one of them to come back to me and say, I actually saw a gill man, the frog man. Some guy from India hacked my account, sent a letter saying he was my son to was my son to some of my contacts. Now I can't defeat it. Just shut it down. And Facebook takes forever to take care of those problems. Oh, you can't delete it because he changed everything? Yeah, it's screwed up. Actually, I believe that happened to my son. He fought it and got the person booted. Hey, war criminal, what's up? How you doing? Sneaking in. I hope you're well today. On a Wednesday. You've made it through the hump day. We're not quite there for, I guess we're officially on Thursday now. We're 2 minutes in, so hump day's over. I used to make catfish all the time. My dad loves catfish. He does. He loves catfish. He likes it good. He likes the cornbread catfish. The catfish is deep fried with the cornbread. Oh man, he goes nuts over that stuff. But see, he's a southern boy. I don't know if I'd eat too many catfish today unless you knew where you were getting it was clean. And they were just eating true bio. Because they're basically garbage cans. The garbage men at the bottom. I don't have time to be those. See, that's the thing, Mike. I'm in and out so much. I watch YouTube because I've been with YouTube since its beginning. I think there was only like right when I got married, I was off it for when I first started having my first 2 kids. And then we finally got a computer and I got back on. I have some catfish rolled in cornmeal myself. Oh, that sounds good, don't it? Doesn't it, the war criminal? I love some cornmeal catfish. And Dad, he loves that stuff. He loves it. That's probably one of his favorite dishes. We were told to never eat catfish, never eat a fish without scales. Yeah, it actually says that in the Bible too. But when you like something, I don't know. I just right now, it's hard for me to eat catfish out of any rivers or anything because you don't know what's being dumped in them, and that's the truth. Now there's a lot of pond catfish that I would eat. I may not be able, you're not, but I would eat them. There's a pond down in Athens, Logan. I shouldn't say Athens, but Logan. That our friends have one of those prefab homes on. They use it as a cabin, and it's a pond. There's a pond down there that has some really nice catfish, And we caught a couple of them and fried them up all in the cornmeal. Oh, it was so good. I do too in Texas Roadhouse. I'll tell you here, the best place. Texas Roadhouse is good, but my dad loves the catfish he gets from Bob Evans and Cracker Barrel. Now we have a Cracker Barrel down here that's actually really good. It's clean, always top-notch food. But man, when they bring him out that catfish, it's full. That plate is full. He sits there and wolfs it down. The blooming onions, yeah, I love the blooming onions too. Yeah, they are good. I like the sauce they have for them too. Yeah, they do go through a lot. I don't know. I've never, all the catfish I've ever had, somebody else has done all of it to it. So, and already had it done. Yeah, there you go. Now I know how to, now when I trout and stuff, I've cut and cleaned myself. But yeah, I've never done a catfish. Somebody's already done it for us, and then brought us the meat. Yeah, I got an air fryer. I'm going nuts with it. I actually kind of like it. Yeah, my um, dad said Pop's a big fan of catfish, meatloaf. He loves a good meatloaf. Rainbow trout is good. Yes, it is. I love rainbow trout. I've had my share of rainbow trout. Um, when we were in Colorado, I caught a nice couple, and to say the least, I enjoyed it. It was a good dinner next to the buffalo we had. So we went to a restaurant that had the buffalo steaks and buffalo burgers. Oh my God, so good. Um, then there was a person, a friend of her grandparents, that sent us home with 2 pounds of buffalo burger and 4 nice steaks. Oh man, they were so good. And it was so nice to send them home with us. Trout and bass are my favorite. Now bass is good. I like bass, but I like trout better. Yeah, I'll catch them and cook them, but I won't get them. I don't mind. I just there's some fish. It's just a pain in the butt. They've been stocking the creeks and rivers here for weeks with trout. Really? People stand on the bank and catch them. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I don't fish. I'm kind of Topla is not a favorite of mine. Topla, however you say it. Yes, I've had sun perch. Sun perch is good. I also like, believe it, I like panfish too, like crappie and sunfish out of ponds. If you get good hefty ones, oh, they're good eating. Bony as hell, but good. Yes, they are bony as hell. Good night, Mike. You have a good night. Have a blessed one. Please be well. Have a good day tomorrow. I hope to see you at Oracles. Yes, Gemma is doing Oracles this Friday. We're on Fridays now for good, as far as unless something happens. So Friday, I'd say 7:15, but she has been starting early. Bluegill, yeah, that's sunfish, bluegill. We call them sunfish. But yeah, I like bluegill and crappie are always good panfish. If you get a couple good nice ones, it's a nice little meal. Yes, you have a good one and hope to see you Friday night, sir. I'm sure we will at one point. Or should I say see you on the flip side? Yeah, I like crappie. My dad likes crappie too. He loves catfish more, trout. Well, he likes any kind of fish. He's a seafood guy. Oh, we call them sun perch. So that's what I thought she was talking about. Yeah, sunfish, sun perch. Some people call them the bluegill here. Yeah, we have a golf course north of us, and a guy family owned the golf course, and they kept them. Those ponds were really good stocked, so we'd catch crappie and bluegill, sunfish out of there, and we'd keep so many the good sized ones, bring them home and throw them in the pan. Oh man, always so good. Bluegill with the sun colors, yes. Yeah, everybody has a different name for them. I've never heard them called sun perch, but I figured that's what you were talking about, but I wasn't sure. But we call them sunfish here, bluegill. Crappie are always so good though. Crappie's different. Yeah, crappie's different. Thing about here is crappie hits when it's cold. If it's just right, if it's like 50 degrees here, and some of these ponds and areas, they hit them hard. They hit hard. Yeah, I was driving the other day around today, and we went by some of the. I drove back the way along the river here by the Scioto, and there was already people, even with the water high. There were people out there like, man, the water's moving too fast and high to be fishing. It's muddy. What are you out there for? I think they were just trying to waste the day away. That definitely was not a good fishing day here, but there were people out. Yellow and orange, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I'm fishing up the North Yard. I just didn't realize. I've just never heard sun perch before, but it makes sense. I had a feeling that's what you were talking about, sunfish, bluegill. You're down there in the Louisiana, so you could probably got a good variety of sea and freshwater fish down there. And then of course all the crawdads you can eat. I'm picky about crawdad though. You had a pep crappie. Oh, you actually did him in and then threw him in a pan, right? Just kidding. You probably don't. Sorry about that. Yeah, they are beautiful fish. I actually got a friend that's got like 2 sunfish in his tank. He's got a bass. He's got a big tank too. This is a big tank. He did have, what was that thing? Something from the Amazon. This thing was about this. It was a weird looking fish. He was a pet. His name was Speedy. I believe. Yeah. No, he's in fish heaven. He's in fish heaven. The fish for us. Just checked. We are going to be in the 60s all next week. No snow. Yeah, I was kind of iffing because it's looked like it's shifting. Ghost had me worried. I do that on purpose. You know that, right? No, you should be good. Who it was that's going to get slammed, I believe, and they're getting snow right now. If I remember, let me go back and look. Well, Edna, I got to make you worried. You're going around telling everybody I gave you some kind of plague over on. I gave you some plague online. Got to give you a hard time. Right now, the people that are getting snow. Oops, click over you, ding dong. Well, right now, Indiana's getting snow. Some of Canada, but New York's getting snow. Massachusetts is getting a mix. Connecticut's getting a mix. New York is dry at the moment, but just got rain. Massachusetts is getting a mix. And then New Hampshire and Maine are getting pretty good snowfall right now. And Vermont. I think New Hampshire's just getting the northern New Hampshire and like the very bottom of New Hampshire. And Vermont's getting a pretty good, but Maine's going to get slammed, that's for sure. Because you did stop it. We're going to be now. See, we're like 36. I think tomorrow we're supposed to stay in the low 40s. If that's what they were saying, let me look. I have to look on my phone because I'm talking about here where I live. I have everything set up that way. Right now it's 47, but no, it's not 47. According to what I've seen, it's 37. And it says 37 on here. Tomorrow we're supposed to be 44, 49, 50. Then Monday we go up to 65. And then we stay in the 60s most of that week, mid 60s. But I never go by. I always go each day and recheck everything. Trying to catch up on my case. Ghost Weather Channel. Ghost Weather Channel. I have my moments. I pick on Edna because she told everybody I gave her the plague. If people would just clear the gutter and drains, we wouldn't have so much flood. Yeah, and that's true. And that goes with the ground sewers too. So you Ghosty wore a pocket protector? No, I don't wear. I never wear a pocket protector. I just like weather. And I have farmers in the lot. You know, there was a lot of farmers in my life, in my family. So, and they're big about weather. So it's always interested me. I'm a sky watcher anyway, so I like to watch the skies. But I also like to watch the ground too. At least we got through the egg hunts. I was going to ask you about that. Now, see, it rained here that Sunday. Just a little bit, but we did get rain. I would say I'm a weather guy. I am a weather guy, but I'm not good at it. But let me see. My thing about the weather is you can watch all the weather channels you want. I watch 3 or 4 different types of things, and I also look at the radars and go through all the stats that are out there that you don't have to have a weather guy for. I've learned how to read the weather, but they say you can almost predict the weather for at least the next 3 days. After that, it's a guess. But even in those 3 days, you really can't say this is going to actually happen because things change, especially with Mother Nature. I don't talk sexy. Just be careful, Smoochie, because I got demonetized last Saturday, and I'm not sure why. Well, I kind of know why, but just be careful. And thank you. If I talk sexy, I don't think I talk sexy, especially about weather. No, I get in trouble for smoking cigarettes, coughing. Like I said, it's nighttime. It rained Saturday night. Yeah, I figured you guys would probably get it then. Into the street drains clogged. So now we have that problem here, Edna. No, but I think you kind of have to watch even when you try to misspell things Smoochie, you got to watch, okay? You know, when you kind of mess with the letters, because they don't always work. I think I said a couple things too. I'm getting it reviewed. It will probably be okay afterwards. But I don't know if it was you or somebody else. I think it was also the fact that we were talking about what happened to Pixie that night, and I kind of got agitated. I don't know why. You kind of have to go back and watch chat, and you have to go back and rewatch it because they don't tell you why you got demonetized. So you have, unless you specifically ask, and a lot of times you don't get an answer back. So you have to go back and watch the video and just watch for certain things that somebody or they're going to complain about. I can guarantee. I asked for a review. We'll probably every time she's asked for a review. This time I asked for it because it was my video, my stream. She's gotten her monetization back. I think there was only one time she didn't get it back, but we all knew why that was. So I don't worry about it. She don't make much on this video. I get good replay video views on it, but Pixie does better. But then again, her streams are a little better than mine because mine are more casual and relaxed. So I don't get. I use emoji like this. So I really can't say whose fault it was because I was talking about that person that kind of was giving Pixie a hard time that night, and they may have made a complaint. See, it just takes one per. Either it's something they saw. See, this is the reason why you don't see chat right after a stream is ended. You know how you go back to watch the replay and there's not always chat there? It's because they're reviewing the chat. Somebody's either complained about the chat or said something about the chat, and they review it. And the longer it takes to post, you'll know if there was a problem, because if there was a problem with the chat, the live stream chat, there's chat will show up within 24 hours. But if there's a problem, it seems to take a little longer. Or sometimes if it's good, it will show up within a couple hours after the stream is ended. But if it's not, or if there's a problem, it seems to take longer. It will still show up, and then you find out you've been demonetized because they do review the chat after the stream. Ridiculous how these other channels get. Oh, some of these channels get away with crap, but it's like Salty Cracker. He cusses and stuff like that. You know why? He's sued him a couple times, and they've tried to shut him down a couple times. The problem is they won't shut him down because he makes them money. That's why he does most of his stuff on Rumble. I mean, he still posts here and does live streams here, but he'll live stream for about a couple hours, then he shuts YouTube off and just keeps going on Rumble. You did, huh? How'd you do? Yeah, how'd you do that? Image things going out. Sorry for the language. Now, see, it's stuff like that they get picky about. It's not always that. It's like I said, a lot of times I think it's either chat or I've said something. But see, we did a Tuesday chat and she got demonetized, asked for a review, and it went away. So I think there's one time she asked for a review and it came back and it stayed yellow. It just means that you'll still get some of the money. Well, you really don't, but YouTube, they've gotten so greedy, and censorship's getting bad. If you're not bringing in money, they don't care about you. Oh yeah, you will too, Edna. And they get away with it. So a lot of them just don't care because they just don't care. Like I said, Salty Cracker, he's been banned a couple times, but he comes back. He fights it and comes back. That's because he makes some money. Those are channels that probably have pretty good views and all the way around. We're talking at least 1K in views every time they post a video. So they're making YouTube money. The YouTube's going to give them a hard time, but I'm not going to kill them because they're making YouTube money. Yeah, it makes me mad too because a lot of small channels suffer because of that, because of the favoritism. But little people know that YouTube is trying to go basically cable. So they're trying to, somebody says, that's why every so much you have to check it. I'd say about every 2 weeks, you should always check your subscriptions because they unsub you for people. Every couple of weeks, I always find that I'm missing a couple of people that I was subbed to. And it's because they unsub me. What are you talking about? Fuji. Oh, you're talking about the UPS. Yeah, YouTube has always been kind of announced since the last couple of years. And the closer we get to the elections, I pity all the people that does political stuff because they crack down on them. They'll probably lose a lot of people. A lot of people are moving over to Rumble anyways. I wait for nothing, woman. Especially if you have people making false complaints against you. Yeah. Now, we don't know if that's always the case, but I do have a feeling that there are times I've watched my streams chat seem to take until almost the next day to show up. The same thing with Tuesday chat seems to take a while to show up on the stream. And that's just the way YouTube is. But I've seen it with a lot of other channels too. It'll take a while. It's funny because as many of these paranormal shows and videos and stuff people talk about on here, it's amazing me what they give people, the people who they give crap to. And it's usually small channels they can't fight back. I have 16 likes now. Yeah, I'm worried about the likes. The only reason that people make a big deal about the likes is because it does help the algorithm. That's like leaving comments in after streams or after videos. It's because it helps the algorithm. The more you get, the more it will show up in people's feeds. I wouldn't say bullies, just greedy. Because there are times I've talked to YouTube and they've been great. But it's about the Benjamins. Oh, everything is about the Benjamins. Is it 12:30? Wow. I didn't expect to go this late. I'm reloading on my one screen here. Sorry about that. No, I do. Back 15. You said 16, but it looks like 15. Somebody took it away because I was a badass. No. I didn't finish it, YouTube. I didn't finish saying it. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Some people go, oh, these people make a ton of money. And it's like, look at Mr. Beast, Jeremy from the Quartering. A lot of these guys have been with YouTube since the beginning and the early years. So, of course, they're going to make money now because they've been with them from the beginning. And some of these guys just hit the right place at the right time, said the right. It's not always about how many subscribers you got. It's because I've seen little channels bring in a lot of views. Because the problem is a lot of people who watch YouTube are not they don't have an actual YouTube profile. So in other words, they just log in. They don't log into YouTube. They just turn on YouTube and start watching whatever shows up on their feed on the feed at the time. So you have a lot. When I have a I have an app that will tell me who's all watching right now. And it will tell me who's in chat, which I can see already, and it will tell me who's watching. And there'll always be like 3 or 4 people that are anonymous. And that means they're either not logged in or don't have an account, or they'll try to tell you, oh, it's a VPN. But even when you're on YouTube and you're logged in and you're watching your stuff that you calculated on your thing, then you'll show up, but it just won't tell you where you're at. Yeah. So it's not always, because I know small channels that don't have a lot of subscribers, but they seem to do pretty good. But yeah, a lot of the subscriber thing is about, yeah, if you can get that little bit of people to boost just your actual subscriber count, that does help. But see, I know people that have like 25K subscribers, and probably only half those people actually watch their videos every time they upload one. So the number doesn't always reflect what they're getting in views, if you understand what I'm saying. You guys are being said, throw a shoe at it. Or if you're freaking, get off the medication, drink a cup of coffee, and go to bed. Well, you probably do have something in your closet. I'm just being getting tired. I'm getting antsy again. I spent way too much time in a car today. Way too much time. I hate that. It's like, it's not the same as driving like 9 hours, but when you're getting out, getting in. Problem was, I did a bunch of stuff this morning, came home, got to sit like I'm long enough to drink a half a cup of coffee. Then I was up and going again, back in the car. I come back home, warm up that half a cup of coffee, just so I'd not to finish it, to get back in the car and leave again. It's been like that all day. Yeah, it's getting about that time. I'm slowly trying to work my way back to the nice long ones again. But it also depends on the views and how many people's hanging out. So I'm always going to stay, as long as people are talking in chat, I'm going to try to stay as long as I can. My problem now is not I'm tired. It's not going to make a difference if I'm tired or not. I'm getting antsy. Like I said, I just sat too long. The chair is starting to feel like it's holding me down. That and the tremors are not helping either. I'm about due. And as long as it keeps doing its job and not giving me a whole lot of side effects, I'm going to keep taking it. So far, the side effects has been pretty minimum, which is good. And they know I won't do anything strong, because I've seen some neurological drugs really screw with people. Throw a shoe at it. You kill me, man. But yeah, I would say That's why I kind of push. I'm not pushing her, but I want to get her all settled in a Rumble. That way she can actually make the money and keep the money she makes. Because so far Rumble's been real good about making sure everybody keeps all their tips. They don't take 40% of it and 40% of their income. Yeah, throw a shoe at it, Ghost. I ain't throwing nothing at nothing. I like my shoes. I don't have my weapons close enough to throw at it. I'd probably miss it anyway. But yeah, next Wednesday. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the lineup. She's not gonna have any premieres this Monday. Friday, definitely Oracle's at 7:15, and she's been starting early, so I'll be on Saturday. As far as I know, I don't see people go. You're kind of on and off with it, and I'm like, I have to go with my body. That's why when I posted on Facebook, I wasn't sure. I was feeling kind of and I wasn't saying much to anybody most of the day. Yeah, I was I was having trouble talking. But I have to kind of go by what my body does. 'Cause those times I've come on here, and yeah, I know you folks have seen me during oracles when I'm having issues. So, and I try to be cool about it, and I know she makes her worry about it. So I'm trying to be a little bit more aware. Well, should I stream tonight? Am I going to be worse streaming tonight? I try to make this as fun and as uplifting as I can. And I also like to be here if somebody comes in and needs somebody. I try. So, but yeah, Mike. It's Mike's chair. It's for Mike. Yeah, my chair is for Mike when he needs to be hit with a chair. I hope. I've seen him on Facebook, so I know Mike's doing okay. And I hope he is. And Mike Roberts, if you watch the replay of this, don't be afraid to yell. I know you still have my number, I think. If you don't, catch me on Facebook and I'll give it to you. I know you've changed phones and stuff, so. What is that I meant unless? Yeah, the chair I have around here is from Mike. And Eris. Sometimes Eris deserves a chair once in a while, too. Oh, yeah. And then my dad, his hands were real bad today. His knuckles were bigger than mine. I need to sing Ghost is cursing me with snot. For any woman that keeps telling everybody I gave them the plague. Nah, I wouldn't wish anything on you. And quit saying that. You're going to curse yourself saying that, and then you're going to blame me for it. Just like you blame me for a plague that you got on your own. No. It's all good. And I hope you have sun, a little bit of rain to help your flowers. Yeah, a lot of people did. My dad's hands were bad today. I felt bad for him today. And you can see it in his knees. He was a mechanic, laid on those hard concrete floors underneath those bread trucks and semis, bless his heart. You said it. I don't know. I could do the mosquitoes down in Louisiana since they keep dumping hybrid mosquitoes on you folks. You in Florida, all on that southern coast, the Gulf, dumping that genetically altered mosquitoes on you guys. And nobody can say it's not true because I've seen the helicopter footage of them doing it. This happened. I haven't died yet. I'm just telling you what I know. Though they'll probably strike me for that too. Let's call it a night. I'm getting goofy. I'm about ready to run around this house. I'll probably run up and down the street. Neighbors, oh, Steve's going nuts again. He's running up and down the street. We have our own in Maryland. Well, we do too in Ohio. It's always my fault. And you know what, Smoochie? I don't give a poop if it's my fault. I don't give a poop. You want to blame me? Go ahead and blame me. But just don't do it to my face. I might smack you real good, but especially if it wasn't my fault. But I wouldn't do that either. I'm all taught, unless you force my hand. But I don't mind having it my fault. Who's going to be mad at this? A crippled little man. I'll just get my cane out and go, oh, you can't get mad at me. Do like my dad. He'll upset somebody and then he stands there and looks at him like, go ahead, get mad. I'm old. Go ahead, get mad. I don't care. Yes, good night, Cindy. You have a wonderful night. And yes, see you on the flip side. See you Friday night. And like I said, don't be afraid, you folks. I do check the list on the day, but I don't start writing names down till about 2 or 3 o'clock for those early birds, as long as they stay on the list. Just make sure that if you're going to get there early, you'll be there when we start so I can call your name. But she has been starting early. I'll still say 7:15 just in case something comes up. But we've been starting about 7 o'clock. But she says 7:15. That allows, it gives this leeway. That would be the day. You're killing me, Edna. But I want everybody to have a wonderful night. We'll see you Friday night. Please have a wonderful day tomorrow. Unless you see me roaming around in chat rooms tomorrow night, you probably won't see much of me tomorrow. I'm taking a break, just like I did Tuesday. And we'll see you guys Friday night and Saturday. Much love to you all. Please have a wonderful night. And I will see you on the flip side. Thanks for making me smile, and I hope you all leave with smiles too. Please have a wonderful night and a good day tomorrow.